Thanks for coming in, Ryan. This is your presentation for the game project, if you'd like to take me through.
Okay, so this game project is going to be mainly focusing on a game that will be about adventure. So it's going to be focusing a lot more on world building, such as how characters will react with you within the world, as well as what you'll do once you meet these characters. And then a few more details that you could do in this game. Centres more around the story, so you'll play as a person who desires to have revenge against a mysterious clan of which you don't really know too much about yet, and they've been known to be sort of tormenting and like taking over different parts of the world, and so it's sort of your character's job to take care of them, whether it be in their own way or for others' benefits. I created some initial mood board ideas that could have possible designs for the house. At first I thought of a possible house that would be in sort of a deserty climate, but I kind of thought that it was a bit lacking in a few places. So then I changed the idea to possibly having a treehouse design, and I drew a couple of drawings such as of the interior of the roof, and then even got some ideas as to how it may look. And with that result, I chose to have a dedicated final design of the treehouse, which will be that image. And then I also thought of a few hero designs as to what the protagonist may look like. So to ensure equality, you can pick from male or female protagonists, and that will allow people to sort of get more immersed into the experience of the game. And so along the way you will also come across some NPCs where you can just react to them. Some will interact with you in a good way, others may attack you or ambush you. And here are a few designs of what the main villain of the game could look like. So it's kind of going for more of like a sort of over the top bad guy look, which will just give people, the players know that they are the main villain and that they're a force to be reckoned with. And then there's also a few designs of what some of the more low-ranking classes may be, such as they could be on horseback, or they could wield some great tool like an axe. And then there was also some ideas that we had for locations. So one idea could be that at the start of the game, because you're in a forest-like area, you could perhaps be tempted to go towards this tribe of people who could sort of help you on your way, and to get a whereabouts of where you need to go to try and take down this clan. And then a couple more ideas was a world which would later on be in the game revolve you having to explore it upside down, and then you have to keep interacting upwards and downwards to try and accomplish your goals. And then another final example could be this maze at the top, which would then take you into this building, and then later on you have to come back there and you discover there's actually an underground maze as well, with all these other dark secrets within. And of course I booked a few meetings with the customer, Mark James, to go over like the main ideas of how this project could be done. And he agreed that the exterior of the final design of the treehouse was good, but I should have worked a bit more on the interior of the treehouse. So as a result, because I did too many ideas that were more about later on in the game, he recommended that I should focus more on the interior. And so with that, I drew a couple more drawings of like what it could be inside the treehouse. So from a top-down view and also from a three-point perspective view, just to give a bit more dimension to how it could possibly look, as well as a couple of conceptual art designs as to what it may have looked like. And then of course there will be the legal and ethical problems. So legal could include the PEGI rating system, which will make sure that the game has to be at the suitable audience. So if we want our game to be aimed towards 7-year-olds or children, we've got to ensure there's not too much violence, not like limbs flying off or blood appearing on the screen or anything. And then there's also the Copyright Act, which means that we cannot use certain characters from already established series. So if we have any wizards, we can't use Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, etc. And then there's also a few ethical problems which will involve the use of the wizards and the knights within the game. They can't have any religious forms of symbols, such as the Christian cross, as it could be possibly seen as being against their religion. And we will not have any like form of characters that could be depicted in a bad way, aiming towards a real race or group of people. And then again, we will not be like portraying any realistic graphic violence to ensure that this game could be for 7-year-olds, a target audience, right? And then for the design phase, the requirements will be that we will have at the end, we will build a model of the treehouse that will be from both the outside and the inside, as well as having real world materials and items such as chairs, tables, maybe a chest for the character to keep accessories in, possibly tables, even a bed. And then the final requirement will be to have a sort of camera pan or go around the exterior and also view within the interior of the treehouse. And that is all.
Okay. Fantastic amount of kind of background. You nicely set the scene off, the nature of the game. You've shown me some sketches that you've done.
Yeah. And
you said there's the possible treehouse on the side. Now they're very different to what you've kind of got going on here. And
yeah.
This is kind of where my concern is at the moment. You also talk about the outside of the treehouse modelling and also the inside of the treehouse. Could I build your world now?
No, I still don't think you could build it to the exact.
Exactly, and that's what I need you to kind of finesse now. That's like the big piece that's missing. I need to see, well, I always start by saying, well, what's my output? If I'm doing a video of here or a still of this view, what's in, I can sketch that, and then, right, I know what's in there. I need a monitor. This is what the monitor looks like front and back. This is the materials for that monitor. This is what metal I'm going to use. I can show you what texture I want and get all the detail on it.
Yeah.
So by drawing those views, we can then pull out all the individual objects that you need to design and build, apply the materials. I could go and build it for you then.
Yeah.
So that's where you really need to work.
Okay.
You've got some market research in, you've got quite a rich kind of background. It'd be nice if you had some details of people you've surveyed for the high grades.
Okay.
But with evidence that, and hopefully their findings back up what you're thinking.
Yeah.
But otherwise it's that definitive detail of what you're building, what does it look like, what's the background like, is it sunny, is it blue sky, what's on the ground, all those extra details around this thing.
Yeah.
Okay?